What's up, guys? Welcome to the very first episode of Slightly Off Topic Podcast. It is I, Demonic. Some of you guys may know me from my other podcast, Preferences and References, also / Only Pods. Today, I'm here with my co-host.
What is up, Demonic? My name is Mario. I'm a buddy of his. I'm also on the Preferences and References podcast every now and again as a guest.
Exactly. Sometimes he shows up, sometimes he does. It depends, because homeboy over here has a family. Can you believe that?
That's what I've heard. That's what they've told me.
It's either work, or family, or magic.
Work, family, or Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, because you're a big Magic player.
I love it.
He loves it. Oh, you censor yourself right now?
I did censor myself.
Dang, there you go.
Please don't demonetize us, YouTube. Not yet.
Guys, this episode, or not episode, but this podcast is mainly focused on random news you didn't know you needed. And it's going to take up a bunch of memory in your brain hole, face hole. What do you call it?
It's whatever you want to call it, people out there, because apparently you can
hard
call
drive,
anything everything.
Hard drive.
Your hard drive. Your
brain.
Your meat hard drive.
There you go. Something like that. So that's basically it. We basically talk about news. We also get in a little bit into cryptids. So, stay a little bit tuned for that right there. If you guys do like this style of podcast, we're also going to be, if you don't want to see us, but come on, really, you want to see us. If you want to just listen to us, we're also going to be uploading to Spotify and Apple. Right now, you guys are watching us through Rumble and YouTube. I'm also saying that, obviously, you guys are seeing us, but, for the Spotify people, they can't see us.
Not yet.
They're missing out.
But they will.
Soon.
They will.
And with that news or that intro out of the way, Mario. All right. Start it off.
So here we go, people. Just to reiterate, this isn't important. This isn't news. This isn't things you need to know. But I'm glad you're here.
Do you want to know it?
But
no.
I'm glad you're here.
You don't even need to know it.
Here we go.
All right. First
off, here we go. Twitter reacts to news Christopher Nolan created a nuclear blast without using CGI.
Okay. Wait, say it again?
He created a nuclear blast without using CGI.
All right. So just boom, and then
a real nuclear blast.
And no CGI.
No CGI. This is what it says. That's here.
All right, go for it.
Director Christopher Nolan revealed in an interview on December 12th that for his next big blockbuster, Oppenheimer, he opted not to use CGI, but instead recreate a nuclear explosion for the sake of realism. The film, which stars Cillian Murphy, star of Peaky Blinders, and a consistent cast member in several of Nolan's previous titles, tells the story of a father of the atomic bomb, J. Robert Oppenheimer. It's set to release in theaters July 2023.
So does he go into specific on how he created the blast?
So far, no, but let's hear. This is what it says. I think recreating the Trinity test without the use of computer graphics was a huge challenge to take on, Nolan told Film Magazine. No shit. For those of you unfamiliar, the Trinity test was the first ever detonation of an atomic bomb. The test took place in Sirocco, New Mexico, and spelled success for the U.S. military's Manhattan Project, which aimed at creating the first nuclear weaponry.
All right, you said Christopher Nolan's, right?
It's Christopher Nolan. For those of you who don't know, he directed the Dark Knight trilogy.
That's where I was going. So I have a beef against DC.
Oh, no.
All right. Why can't you guys make good movies? All right.
They're trying too hard.
Dark Knight. All right. Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Just do that. They're trying so hard. They're trying to make DC movies a Marvel movie. I don't know.
They're a different property. It should be it's a different feel. You never pick up a DC comic book thinking, "Oh, this is going to be a great time. This is going to be funny." No, of course not. You got the Bat Who Laughs. That guy's horrible.
Dude, all I'm saying is that Dark Knight, one of the best. It's one of the best ones, even compared to Marvel. The one I'm trying to compare DC to Marvel would basically be maybe the first Iron Man.
Right.
The first Iron Man was boom.
Yeah.
I don't even need to tell you. You know how good the first Iron Man was.
The first Iron Man knocked it out of the park. But the first Iron Man felt like a real comic book movie for Marvel. I think it really set the tone for what the Marvel Cinematic Universe was going to be. You know what I mean? It's going to be this kind of not too serious, but definitely.
If I remember correctly, I believe that the first Iron Man was what saved Marvel.
Right.
Because you did have, Spider-Man, you had all the other, the Incredible Hulk, whatever,
the Marvel Studios was not doing great.
Yeah.
No, after Spider-Man 3, everyone thought, oh, this is just a fad.
Right. And then next thing you know, boom, Iron Man. Tony Stark. Dude, Robert Downey Jr. plays the most perfect Tony Stark.
It was perfect casting from the start. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. was always a great actor. Always. Had a little bit of legal trouble, but that doesn't mean he wasn't a good actor.
I mean, who doesn't have legal trouble? I mean, like, because come on, even look at Charlie Sheen. You know, he has tiger blood in him.
Exactly,
bro. But anyways, like I said,
Winning.
you know, that's my beef with DC. Like, get somebody good like Christopher Nolan that knows what the hell he's doing and direct just good movies.
You know what? They had a great director. They were heading in the right direction. Zack Snyder. All right. What is Superman?
I can't talk shit too much because like are you talking about the Zack Snyder cut or are you talking about the Superman?
No, well, Superman was Zack Snyder.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's what sucks. I didn't pay too much attention because like I said,
oh man.
So that Superman, I'm not gonna lie, that was okay. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, it was Henry Cavill. You know,
of course.
That's all I gotta say. But you know, it actually wasn't bad. So I'll give you that. But then after that, when you started adding, you know, the Justice League and you started adding Aquaman, you know, like all these other people, it's basically you're making an Avengers. You know, like
I think you're right. I don't think they should have gone down that route, trying to make the Justice League. You know, I think all these stories probably could have just gone off on their own. You know, Ben Affleck's Batman. I would have loved to see that just as its own series, as its own thing. That would have been great. Right. I don't need to see everyone together all the time. I was hoping it wouldn't be that way.
Yeah, because now you tie stories together. Now we know that if you use Ben Affleck as Batman and you have Henry Cavill as Superman, now you know that in that world they're together. Right. So why can't Superman come save Batman or vice versa? You know, or like where's Aquaman? Why is he still in the fish tank?
Okay, now you're. That's way too deep to think about it because that can happen in the comic books as well. In the comic books, everybody knows the universe
right,
is shared.
But there's difference between comic books and movies.
Don't go down that road, man.
I'm not trying to,
don't
but
do it
but you know it's true.
Every time. Of course, I know it's true, but it's suspension of disbelief. You don't want to do that.
Right, exactly.
You
but at the same time, like
every movie, Superman could just come to Gotham City and make Batman unemployed.
And that's why I'm good with just do your movies separate.
Right.
You know, that's why, because like in the back of my head, now I know that now I know Tony Stark could have just came over here and like, you know, literally done all of Spider-Man's work for him, you know, and there would have been a Spider-Man movie.
Right. And then there's always an excuse. Oh, he was off planet.
Right. Exactly. Right. You know,
they were off planet.
See, that's my whole
it
beef.
It falls on you.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's my whole beef of when you add everybody together. Now I know they're in the same, you know, like timeline, same this, same that. So that's what ruins it for me. Yeah. But then again, you know, I suck at watching movies, and I'm not a pleasure to be around because you're a
horrible person.
I pick apart everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Pick apart this drink. What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking Vicky's Chamoy Micheladas. Boom. We are definitely sponsored. We're getting a shit ton of money. Like what? I think it's like every $5,000 every drink.
Yeah, at least
every
sip. Be rich.
Exactly. And with that right there, Christopher Nolan's making a small nuclear explosion.
That's all the details it gives now because this movie has not been released yet, and that's all I was able to find. I'm really bad at researching stuff, so we're gonna have to go with this now. What do you think would be? Do you think he should detonate a real bomb for a movie? A nuclear bomb.
Okay. When I think about like detonating bombs, you know,
you could detonate a
Tropic Thunder
bomb.
just comes to my mind.
All right. Okay. Well, that was perfect. That was one of the best movies ever. But it's that's what's that risk here.
I would rather you do it real than CGI. There's way too much always CGI, better. And then you always run the risk of having Doctor Strange's third eye, CGI.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. You know, so there's always that risk right there. You can
Christopher Nolan would have put a real eye there.
Literally a real eye. Like there's a difference between like CGI and too much CGI. I think that's the reason why like the new Marvel movies, like the new superhero movies are kind of like a turnoff for me because it's just like more CGI than, you know,
way more than necessary.
Yeah,
it's just
the one thing I couldn't do about Batman versus Superman, I believe it was, or was it Justice League? I don't remember. But that whole fight scene where the Flash is in it, you know, and I think Doomsday.
Okay, no wait, I'll give a pass because that shit was dope. But yeah, Zack Snyder
The
also
amount
for
of the amount of CGI.
Yeah, for the Justice League movie, he did a ton of CGI.
And that right there, like I'm like, nah, fam, I'm good with that right there. But I mean, like I said, if you're gonna do it right, do it right.
Well, think about what Christopher Nolan accomplished in Inception. Have you seen Inception?
I have.
With the whole rotating room and all that stuff. Obviously, there was CGI involved.
I mean, so that wasn't real?
No. The rotating room was real. The rotating hallway was real. But the whole, obviously, the stuff folding over, that wasn't real. Right. That was CGI. But actually, the explosion at the diner, at that restaurant, that French restaurant where Leonardo DiCaprio is sitting with, I forgot their name, Elliot Page, where it just blows up.
Don't do that. You're going to get us canceled already.
I'm not. That's their name.
That's
Elliot
their
Page.
name?
That's his name. Elliot Page. Fine, you got me. That's his name. Elliot Page, where the stuff blows up. That's a real explosion. You actually see the things blowing up, and he just slows it down for the sake of a movie, and it's cinematic perfection. Christopher Nolan, if it's not obvious, we love you.
He loves you. I adore you.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the next news? Next story.
Next story. Here we go. Gabrielle Union. I don't know if a lot of you guys remember her, but she was an actress. She was in one of my favorite movies, Bring It On. It's a great movie. Cheerleading movie.
I might have seen it. To be honest, I don't remember.
I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. You have a penis, so why would you? I love it.
Wait, what do you love? The movie or my penis?
Both. Why not? We all love everything here.
There you go.
Gabrielle Union says the breadwinner should get to cheat.
So
what do you think?
The breadwinner should be able to cheat.
The breadwinner should get to cheat. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's the man or the woman. Whoever makes the money should be allowed to cheat.
Right.
What do I think?
What do you think?
I don't agree with that.
You give yourself a pass?
No, I honestly no. And it's not because my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wife that I love so much listens to my podcast and or edits it, which she edits. Thank you. Love you. Yeah, no, I don't. I don't condone it unless the significant other is okay with you being monogamous or whatever. Then
open relationship clause.
An open relationship, exactly. Unless you're into that kind of stuff, then no, I don't. The breadwinner should not get a pass.
I agree. I totally agree. Up until about a month ago, I agree now. Because my wife makes more money than me now. But a month ago, I would have been, no, the breadwinners should do whatever they want.
A month ago, you're like, I'm the man around here. If I want multiple women, I get multiple women.
Stick it anywhere and everywhere. But no, can't do that no more. My wife makes more money. I love you, honey.
Roles have changed.
It's true.
We're starting a podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to be the breadwinners again.
Oh, that's true. We're going to blow up.
It's switching back.
Yeah.
So, we are now being dominant again.
I must restore order to the universe.
Exactly. We're the alpha wolves. Woof.
I can't hell.
All right, there you go. So go ahead with the story.
In a recent appearance on the podcast Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard, actress Gabrielle Union stated that in her first marriage to ex-husband and former Broncos and Jaguars running back Chris Howard, she was making the money in the relationship, and so she felt like she was allowed to cheat. By the time the two had married in 2001, Howard's NFL career had already come to an end. Union, on the other hand, was a rising star and had just completed blockbuster films such as 10 Things I Hate About You and Bring It On. I love 10 Things I Hate About You. It's a great movie.
You've seen a lot of movies.
I love movies. I love Gabrielle Union.
But does she love you?
She will. She will. She doesn't know yet, but she will.
There you go.
Her statement immediately threw the internet into a tizzy. It's no secret that Union is now married to former Miami Heat star Dwayne Wade. I didn't know that. Comments began flooding the couple's most recent Instagram post, and let's just say they were less than understanding. I can see why people are upset about that. I'm going to do that again. I can see why people are upset about that. It's not the standard. It's not the way things are typically run, so obviously people are going to feel some type of way about it, but, if they're okay with it, what's the BFD?
Like I said, if as long as your significant other is okay with this arrangement, whether it be, if you're seeing somebody, if the breadwinner is seeing somebody, or if she's seeing somebody, if you guys are in an open relationship, I guess, go for it. The most famous the open relationship celebrity would be Will Smith, but, like how that's going,
It's a one-sided open relationship.
Exactly. So no, but it's just that whole statement about just the breadwinner should be allowed to, because that's not why you get in a relationship in the beginning.
No.
You know, you get in a relationship in the beginning because you committed to this person that you are going to be faithful to them and you want to be with them.
That would be the standard. That's
if you're gonna have an open relationship, that should be established either in the beginning of the relationship or you know, later on when, you know, if you guys have been together for like a long while already and, you know, just want to spice things up, you know, like that's something, you know, that should be talked, like both you guys need to talk about it.
Of course.
You know, like not just necessarily like, you know, standards or roles, you know, or like I said, you know, like men, women, whatever, you know, like it's just like it needs to be discussed. And then if it's okay, then it's good. You know, as long as both of you guys are okay with it, then it's fine. Because at the end of the day, you know, like if the breadwinner is the one making all the decisions, like for instance, you know, right now I'm the one working in my family. I'm the one working, right? So I'm technically the breadwinner right now, right? But my wife, she has my girls, she has my kids.
Yeah,
you know, she takes care of them while I'm working.
That's a role on its own.
She cooks, she cleans, you know, she handles down the fort when I'm not there. You know, that alone is a job. You know, so what benefits does she get? You know, can she find some, you know, hot ass, you know, male, you know, I don't know, like
what
male
if he's
cleaner?
ugly? What if he's ugly?
As long as he's packing, who cares?
Would you forgive her if he was ugly?
Yeah.
What if he made more money than you? Would you forgive her?
If somehow she got some of the money, you know, and then like, you know, paid some of the bills,
help me out.
Then exactly, you know,
we're in this together.
Yeah, but like I said, you know, because like at the end of the day, like if it's all because of the breadwinner, and it's gonna create resentment, it's gonna create issues down the line, you know, and next thing you know, you guys aren't getting married anymore.
I mean, if it works for these, or I don't think it's working. You had to go slap my boy Chris Rock.
The best part though is that homeboy laughed at the joke.
Yeah.
The camera pans to him and he's right there laughing.
Then he was like, "Oh wait,
yeah." Then
she
sees that
she's not laughing anymore.
Exactly.
No,
that's where he
was messed up.
Exactly.
But you know, at the same time, I feel it. I've been there. It's like I thought that was funny. I look at my wife; she's not happy about something. I'm like, "Oh, now I'm angry too." You know,
Grr, how dare you?
Also mad. I mean, I'm gonna slap nobody, but Jesus, I get it.
I know, right?
I'm not condoning what he did. I'm saying I get it.
Exactly. Would you do it? No. You get it? You get it.
No, you have better sense than that than to go up and slap a comedian. Not even a comedian. Chris Rock.
It's the Chris Rock.
It
is like, just take away Chris and you have The Rock. So it's two good people put together. It's Chris and The Rock put together. Even though it's not like as muscular and, you know, roided up, but, you know, it's still.
I think Chris Rock should have swung back. I think he should have. I wouldn't blame him.
He took the high road.
High road, my.
He played it off real good.
Yeah, I'll give him that. I wouldn't. I would have tears. I would have tears in my eyes. I would have been like, "Boy, you fool, boy, you."
Right.
Lucky.
So like he played it off real good. Whether it was staged or not, I don't think it was, because like a lot of people say that it was staged. I don't think it was staged because like look at the reaction. Like I said, Will Smith was laughing, and then Jada was mad, and then he got mad because Jada was mad. So I don't think it was staged. You know, but like I said, like in that situation, what are you supposed to do? Like, you know, you're hosting the Oscars. It was the Oscars, right?
It was the Oscars, right?
Yeah, so you're hosting the Oscars. You know, you're on live TV. What are you supposed to do? Like retaliate and like basically throw it down?
Yeah, according to Will Smith. Yeah.
Well,
that's what you do. And
all right, but like I said, he took the high road. In a perfect world, I would have want him to swung back, but then again, it's Will Smith too. You know, he let's be honest, he could take on Chris Rock.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so he probably played it smart. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to swing back, you know?
He took the smart man's way out. It's like, I'm just going to laugh it off and pretend I'm okay with it.
Exactly. All right, so let's take a little break in between these news. What do you call them? Stories? Is it news stories?
News stories. Sure, why not?
Stories? Articles?
Articles? What do you want?
This is articles. News stories.
We'll come up with something. News stories for now.
News stories for now. So
let's take a break from these news stories and move on to something else.
All right. What do we got? So it's no secret that on the Purposes and References podcast and or / the Only Pods episodes that we talk about, sometimes we talk about paranormal stuff, right? And it's no secret that I believe in ghosts.
As much as I hate talking about that stuff, you guys keep bringing it up.
But let's be honest. You're the voice of reason.
I'm
You're
scared
more
right
reasonable.
now.
You're more reasonable than Z, and yes, we're calling him out. So have you heard about Skinwalkers?
I have.
All right. What have you heard about Skinwalkers? The Navajo Skinwalkers.
I've seen TikTok videos about it. That they are entities that take the shape of people or animals, and God, they creep me out. There's videos on TikTok and whatever where people are just walking along the road, and or walking in the woods, and you just hear somebody out there in the field or somebody out in the woods screaming out loud like "Help me!" Screaming at the top of their lungs, and you gotta ignore it. That's the rule. You go on any of those TikTok videos and everybody says the same thing. Just ignore it. Walk away. Because they know it's a skinwalker.
All right. So do you believe like those videos? Like, are you skeptical about it? Or like you kind of have like some, like in the back of your mind, you're like, what if it's real?
It's like that. I'm skeptical, but I'm also very scared.
So
what if it's real? What if it's real? I don't know.
You don't know. Like, sorry. Like that saying, like the X-Files, you want to believe.
Yeah.
Like just think about it. If it actually was true, like just you're randomly walking and you're walking your dog, you're walking your kids, you're walking with your wife, you're walking by yourself.
Nope.
In the middle of the night.
Nope.
For whatever reason, it's always the forest.
Never.
Always the forest.
Not in my life.
All right. And then you just hear somebody yelling at the top of their lungs. Help me, help me.
I'll help them in the morning. That's what's going to happen. If you're still there in the morning, then I will help you. But until then, I'm sorry, man. You're on your own.
So what's going on is that skinwalkers are these, a lot of people, so there's multiple stories because it's from the Navajo tribe.
Yeah.
Right. So they're the Navajo skinwalkers. And they are basically so there's not a lot like to discuss about them. There's not a lot of discussion about them because the Navajos, they keep it very, very secret.
Yeah, they keep it close to the chest. They say it's bad luck to talk about them.
It's bad luck to talk about them.
You got me here in a dark room, fucking midnight, talking about it.
What are those? You think it's dark? What are those?
It's dark to me.
There's some bright ass lights right there, and you think it's dark.
I'm just telling you.
You have a purple light behind you.
If the Navajos say don't talk about it, then we're over here talking about it. I mean, there's a reason they say don't talk about it.
So it's kept a secret within their community because so what apparently what they are is that they are people that have the ability, and I'm sorry, like I forgot how it was. I was doing all kinds of research, but then it just how it is. Sometimes it just goes away.
Oh, they're called shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters, exactly.
Yeah.
So basically what they do is like they perform a ritual where they are able to take the form of an animal and or another person.
Yep.
Apparently, they are not. Apparently, this is why I'm kind of skeptical about those videos because of a lot of the stories that are out there are that skinwalkers usually don't go after people that are not associated with any tribes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Apparently, if it's true or not, I don't know. But that's a lot of the
So I'm safe.
Per se. Maybe
fish. I'm still not gonna go check.
Exactly.
You're still on your own.
Basically, what skinwalkers are is like they take form to basically go after other tribes that have done people harm.
I see.
So that's what the saying is. Not necessarily that like it's just a random person going for whatever reason like on TikTok walking and then you hear them.
Don't discredit them.
But
don't discredit those videos. They're very, very spooky.
I've seen some on YouTube, and like I get it. Like I would love to believe that that's real because I think I seen a short on YouTube that it was about this skinwalker in the like in the river.
Right.
And he was like, I don't know if you've seen it, but it was like in the river, and he's basically like in the fetal position, and he's like saying he's talking, right, but he's just like talking weird, like
is he mumbling to himself?
Not like you can hear that he's talking to the people, but like what he's saying doesn't make sense, right? They're telling him, "Oh, like what are you doing right there?" And I forgot what he said, but then you can clearly hear him like later on say, he's like, "Oh, like my mom died" or something like that, And then
so he's just out there by himself.
Out there by himself in the middle of the lake, gets up and then starts running after the people, and then that's when the video obviously cuts off, But like I said, a lot of people say that they don't attack random people coming by. People.
You had to have done something to their tribe or to their people.
Right. There's some people that say, that like it's just that they do, but according to a lot of the tribes that they don't. Another thing is that they're saying is that basically if you ever come across a skinwalker, like this is why I'm also skeptical that these videos are fake, because if you ever come across a skinwalker, basically they kill you.
Like you're not going to survive.
You're not going to survive because apparently the only way to kill a skinwalker, is to know its true identity.
To know it's a skinwalker, to be able to say the name of the skinwalker.
To actually see the real face of the skinwalker, because remember the skinwalkers are people, right? That have got this it was a ritual done to them to be able to take to become a skinwalker. Right, that's one of the legends that I've heard. There's other ones that are.
The one that I heard was the way you kill a skinwalker is to stab it, but you have to stab it with something that has white ash on it.
I've heard that one too.
Yeah,
I've heard that one too. So you see, there's like I said, it's not known, because all of this that we can be saying can be complete BS, or it can be true.
Most likely,
it's because like I said, there's not a lot known about the skinwalker because the tribes don't talk about it. Basically the only things that we know about are like the documentaries, like the Skinwalker Ranch. Have you ever seen that on Discovery?
Yeah,
I got watching too. Like if I can talk,
so I saw the one from the History Channel.
I think
they did. They did one an episode on the I forgot what the show was called, but yeah, it was on Skinwalkers, and I was sufficiently creeped out.
Right, and then like so like I said, that one of the theories is that the only way to kill a Skinwalker is if you know its true identity, because it's supposed to be kept a secret, and then if you know its true identity, basically, it's, I forgot how it dies, but it's done,
Whoops.
There's also another one right here that it says right here, the type of the Navajo's witchcraft is known as the witchery way, which uses human corpses in various ways, such as tools from his bones, and that are used to cast curses, harm, or kill victims. So that's another thing that I've heard also, is that they use if you die by a skinwalker, basically your body gets used up by them. Very
like
very
the way the natives used
exactly
use the buffalo.
And then apparently another thing also. So another thing that I heard also, and also that I'm reading, that apparently if you kill a skinwalker by either stabbing it or whatever like that, right? There's this black dust that comes off of their skin, fur, whatever it may be, because usually they take usually in a lot of stories is they take forms of wolves, but if that's true or not, like I said, they take a lot of forms of a lot of things, but if you get the black dust of a skinwalker, if you inhale it, you're basically done. You start convulsing, you start throwing up, you get really, really sick, and pretty much the only way to get rid of this would essentially be a curse, is to go see a shaman, and then they basically, like do their shamanistic ways. And sorry, every time I hear shaman, like I just think about like the Simpsons movie, where Homer goes and sees
exactly. What were they doing? Where they were breathing into each other's mouths.
Like, yeah. Oh man, but right, exactly.
Directed by Christopher Nolan. No, it wasn't.
Exactly. So basically, you got to see a shaman, and they cure you. But that's a little bit of the cryptid side of the podcast. There is a lot to learn about skinwalkers, like way too much that we can do in the short amount of time that we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
But people say that they're shapeshifters. People say there's a lot of theories that they're witches. Apparently, there's also a theory that the skinwalkers were created to fight off witches.
Well, I think they had this whole witch hunt back in the day also. Not like the Salem witch trials where it was like the pilgrims or colonizers.
So not like the good witch hunt.
No, it was a different witch hunt. This one was actually performed by the Native Americans.
Right.
They had their own witch hunt.
So it would be the Native American Salem trials.
I think it's just still Salem.
In a way,
they were there first. It wasn't called Salem then.
Yeah, but the way how they, but they were Well, they weren't burned at the stake. No, everybody died. Everybody they were accused to be witches died.
Yeah. They killed all of them.
And then there
was no if you float test.
Right. No, exactly. Oh, if you float, you're a witch. Kill you.
If you drown, boulder.
If you drowned, well, I guess you weren't a witch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's basically like a little bit that I wanted to go into about the Skinwalkers. Like I said, there's a lot to talk about it, which we might actually, like do a little spin-off and just talk about cryptids, but for right now, I want to say crypto so bad, but it's not cryptos, it's cryptids, But basically right now, that's just a little segment of supernatural / cryptids. And with that right there, we'll go back to the non-important news.
So this headline grabbed my attention, right? This is from the NewYorkPost.com. I haven't read the whole thing, so bear with me. This is kind of trippy. The headline says, I used to have painful sex. I was shocked to learn I have 2 vaginas. So let's find out.
All right, so is this like the Simpsons fish where it's just like 4 eyeballs?
Maybe this person lives next to a nuclear power plant.
Exactly.
It says an Australian woman claims she was born with 2 vaginas and had no idea until she was 21. I think I'd notice if I'd have 2 vaginas by like 14. By that age, I realized I had 2 testicles. I said, "Whoa, there's 2. I'm gonna notice."
I mean, that's something you would think you would notice. Like, okay, first of all, if you're the parents of this person, like,
how did you not notice?
Yeah, do you tell?
And did you notice and just not say anything?
Right,
that's messed up.
Like, I would assume you'd want to know and like know by your parents,
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens.
Let's see what she has to say.
Scarlett Rose, 30, said she always experienced pain during sex and didn't know what was wrong with her. She assumed the pain was because she wasn't ready or that sex was supposed to hurt, quote unquote. Doctors couldn't figure out the problem, she said, and some even told her.
I figured it out.
What?
Is it the right hole?
It's not 2 vaginas. No, that's a butthole. She's gonna find out the hard way. It's just a butthole. Doctors couldn't figure out the problem, she said, and some even told her it was all in her head. Of course, doctors, right? Sexist doctors.
How dare they?
Which left her feeling like an alien. Well, but when the mom, she's a mom. But when the mom underwent surgery during her pregnancy, doctors reportedly discovered her vagina was actually split in 2. What?
Wait, so there's an internal second vagina?
It's an internal second vagina, I assume.
Oh, so then now I can see why they wouldn't know.
Yeah, makes it. We are learning this.
If you cannot tell, we identify as men.
I do.
Maybe. I don't know. It just depends on the day.
Don't assume. I do.
Well,
you got lucky.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Thursdays, I feel a little bit feminine on Thursdays, so I kind of switch up a little bit here and there.
Sometimes.
Right, but
see, when I found out I had 2 vaginas, I was relieved because it took me years to figure out what was wrong. Rose told the North News in Pictures. Oh, she's cute. She's not bad. Okay, she's cute. Rose reportedly had what's called transverse vaginal septum, when a wall of tissue separates the vagina in 2. About 1 in every 30,000 women have the condition, according to researchers. There are 2 types of vaginal septum: transverse vaginal septum, which runs horizontally, and longitudinal vaginal septum, which runs vertically.
Don't laugh. This is a medical podcast, bro.
It's medical now. This is a cryptid.
We are doctors.
I'm scared. I might have 2 penises. Rose recalled undergoing laparoscopic surgery, pap smears, ultrasounds, and treatments for thrush, bacterial vaginosis, and vaginismus over the course of 3 years before her diagnosis.
Don't you hate it when you get vaginismus?
I do.
It sucks. Like when Monday comes, you're getting ready for work, and then just boom, vaginismus.
I'm not gonna Google it. Do you know what a pap smear is?
I heard it in movies. I don't know exactly what it is.
Me neither.
If you want to email us and let us know, please don't.
Tell us, what is a pap smear? I'm not gonna Google it, and if
you don't. You know what? You don't have to tell us. If you email us that, it's just gonna be left unread.
Put it in the comments. Tell me what a pap smear is.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We have comments now, huh?
I will read them.
Right here in the bottom of this little area right here.
For both of our viewers. I developed severe...
It's bold of you assuming we have 2 viewers.
What happened?
It's bold of you assuming we have 2 viewers.
We'll get to. We'll get to.
Thank you.
Me
Number
and
one,
you,
the first.
we will both watch this video
Oh, you know what?
and
Exactly.
comment on it.
There you go.
Says, I developed severe anxiety because of it. I was told that it was in my head, she admitted. I knew that I was experiencing physical pain, and when you are told there is no issue or that people don't believe you, it's very difficult. I was so embarrassed. Rose says she didn't realize there was a problem until her husband, Jamie, 33, told her pain didn't seem normal. He probably felt good about it, too. He was like,
you know what? By the way, just real quick, all right, like, just elephant in the room, all right? You don't, like, I feel insecure because you are compensating with a big-ass laptop, all right?
Yeah.
And I have this small pink one right here.
Yeah.
That is just like...
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to bring it up.
The fact that you're basically, your whole body is being hid behind that big-ass laptop.
Well, it's because I'm not as buff as you. That's why. I got to hide behind the laptop.
Well, like I said, it's just... I'm looking at mine, then I look over to you, and it's like... If you're watching this, you can clearly see the size difference, all right? But then again, it's not really the size either. It's how you use it.
You know what? Give it to me. Let me have this because you're like a whole 2 feet taller than me. So I can at least say, oh, yeah, at least my laptop's a little bigger.
2 foot 3 inches. I measured while you were asleep.
I knew it. I knew I felt something.
All right, sorry. Back to the two vaginas.
Says, after I gave birth, I had to have a smear test at 6 weeks postpartum. I was terrified because they were usually incredibly painful, but after the surgery, it was completely fine, Rose said. So she had surgery. I must have skipped some stuff. She had surgery, y'all.
Boom.
Now sex isn't
like
painful, and I can lead a normal life. I also want other women to know they are not alone in this. Well, it's 1 in every 30,000, so I'm not going to do the math, but that's a...
Well, the math is there, 1 in 30,000. So
Think
every 30,000, there's one.
We live in a city of 500,000 people.
So every 30,000, there is one with 2.
So if 300,000, there's 10. In 600,000, there's 20. I'm bad at math.
You know what? We will find you. We know you are Skinwalkers. All right, we will find you.
Turns out
we
she's
will
a
find out your
skinwalker.
real identity.
Yep, here it says at the end of the article, she is a skinwalker, and somebody stabbed her with an axe. Yeah, she's gone. Rest in peace.
There you go. Boom. Now, if you guys didn't know, there's a Skinwalker out there with 2 vaginas.
Not
Sorry,
anymore.
one because
Not
of
anymore.
surgery. Exactly.
She was taken care of.
All right, just like that. Like I said, this is basically information you didn't know you needed to know, but now you know, and you're welcome for
No,
it.
you didn't need to know this.
But
You did
now
not.
you do.
I'm glad you do.
All right, this next segment right here is what we call the Florida Man section.
We love Florida people.
Florida, if you guys don't know what Florida Man is, how the hell? It's 2023. How do you not know what a Florida Man is? All right, it's a epidemic. It's a pandemic in its own. It's just there is like it's almost as mystical as Skinwalkers. It's almost to that realm right there.
You know, I've never met an actual Florida person. I've never met somebody from Florida.
You know what? I haven't either.
No. I've met people from all over the world. Never somebody from Florida.
If you ever see a Florida man, like, do you do the cross? Like, how do you
That
greet a
wouldn't
Florida
even,
man?
That wouldn't even work.
That's true.
They fight alligators. What's a cross going to do?
That's true.
You know? Well, Jesus. These Florida people. I admire you, Florida people. You live with these strange, colorful characters, and you make it out alive every day.
Oh, so here's a real quick fun fact about Florida and Florida Man. So do you know why we get so many crazy stories from Florida?
Why?
It's because apparently like they don't hold back on the information when somebody gets arrested. It's basically literally just becomes public news right away. Like it gets released to the public. You know, they don't hide they have like actual transparency where like if you commit the crime, like everybody gets to know what you did. So that's why you see a lot of Florida Man.
Okay. See, that makes sense now. Because it's like, I've seen some crazy people here.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
Well, I'm surprised we don't have our own, like, this is California man, you know?
Right, exactly. I mean, I would literally put up a California man versus a Florida man.
Here's a California man, right? Before we came to this podcast, before I got here, my eyes were burning. I was mad. I was furious. My eyes literally on fire. This is why. I walk into my living room and there's a smell in the air. I'm like, what is that? Something smells funny. Like somebody was, like, actually, there's not even a smell. There's no smell at all. It's just something that my throat started to burn.
Right.
And my eyes were on fire. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, what is this? And I see my son. I look over to this California man, my son. And he's like, okay, Dad, Now I know how pepper spray feels. I said, what? He found my wife's pepper spray and thought it'd be a good idea to figure out what this feels like. And he didn't go outside and try it in the open, nice, fresh air where no one else was going to, no bystanders, no innocent bystanders, no collateral damage. No, he did it in the living room.
Oh, damn.
In the damn living room. My wife and I walk into the living room. We're coughing. We're like, oh, my God, what is that? What is that? And he's over here. He doesn't want to say anything.
So,
doesn't want to admit it, but his eyes are red.
Did he spray it on himself or he just sprayed it?
So he just sprayed it. He didn't spray it on himself. But curiosity got the best of him. He wanted to know what does it smell like?
The
what does
pepper
it feel
spray,
like?
I don't know if you know this question or not, or the answer to this, but does your wife carry a gel pepper spray or an actual spray?
Aerosol.
Okay.
It's aerosol.
Yeah, because there's a difference between there's gel and then there's aerosol. The gel is more stream. It's basically a gel, and the aerosol, is like the worst one.
That's California man. It's not Florida.
California man / family story.
Yep, family story. That's my boy. He's
he's
actually smart. No, he's actually a pretty smart kid. That's why I'm so upset. If he was an idiot, I'd be perfectly fine with it. But no, he's smart.
The fact that he knows better.
He's smart. He should have known better, but decided to do this anyways. I'm a little disappointed or impressed. I haven't decided yet. I have not decided.
I think you'll figure out the answer when you can't get rid of the pepper spray smell from your house until maybe a week from now.
On the good news, my wife now knows that it works. She bought it at a liquor store and wasn't sure. They're like, oh, maybe it works.
There you go. Now we know, just in case she comes across a skinwalker.
Yeah, she comes
or somebody with two vaginas.
Somebody with
we
two
don't
vaginas
know if they're violent
wants
or not.
To come around, start some violence. Yeah.
All right, Florida man story. Go for it.
Florida man charged with battery after slapping police horse's butt. A Florida man has been arrested and charged with a misdemeanor after that's only a misdemeanor? What?
That sounds really? Well,
Florida, that's a police horse. That's an officer.
That's assault to a peace officer. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be
because you can't harm a police dog because that's assault to a police officer.
That's a police officer.
That's what if
that's why Florida people are crazy because your laws are crazy because that's only a misdemeanor. I'll slap a horse's ass for a misdemeanor.
Oh, you know what's then again? It's Florida. They're not. How do you say it? They're not as diverse as California. So maybe they don't identify their horses as police officers.
Maybe not. Maybe to them, they're just horses.
Maybe they're just property.
Rude.
Right?
They're people, too. According to police in St. Petersburg, 27-year-old Alicia Lalani was charged with battery on a police horse after he slapped a police horse's butt with an open hand around 2 a.m. on Saturday.
That would also be sexual assault.
That's also, did he like it? Not the horse. The man slapping the horse.
Yeah, but the horse didn't ask for it.
That's sexual assault as well. Let's add that
sexual assault. They need the manager.
That's also a misdemeanor in Florida. Sexual assault.
Is it really?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised.
Dang.
I love you, Florida. 2 officers were patrolling the area on horseback when they noticed a man approaching them with one arm raised. Couldn't have made it more obvious. He's not going in for a high five.
I just imagine him winding up his arm as he's walking towards the horse.
No, here's how I'm picturing it in my head. He's walking up just like this, just like I'm gonna do it. 50 yards away, I'm gonna do it. 25 yards away, still hasn't changed his mind. 10 yards, here I go, slap ass. That's what he did. That's how I picture it. That's how it happened.
What do you think he got a running head start or no?
If you wanted the horse to feel it, he would have had to do a running start for sure.
Like I said,
that horse isn't going to feel a tiny slap. I don't think it's a horse.
That's why they use whips. They're kinky.
Darn,
horses are kinky.
Messed up. He was promptly arrested after striking the animal. Evidence indicated that he wasn't under the influence of alcohol. What? Was not under the influence of alcohol or drugs when he slapped the horses behind. The defendant walked up behind my partner, who was also riding a police horse. I observed the defendant, then with his open hand slapped the rear of my partner's police horse. The arrest report states per the Miami Herald. The defendant immediately looked to officers and stated that he didn't know he wasn't allowed to hit the horse. Battery on a police horse is a first-degree misdemeanor. A similar incident with another Florida man happened in 2017 per the Associated Press, when a 29-year-old man slapped a horse on the butt and attempted to flee the scene. So this is just a Florida thing. It's just what people in Florida do.
The fact that his excuse was, I didn't know I couldn't slap a horse's ass.
And by the way, this is from complex.com by a writer, Joe Price. Thank you. Yep.
Last Florida man story. Hit me with it. What do you got?
Florida man gets prison sentence for fraud charges. Previously served time for practicing medicine without a license.
Ooh.
A Florida man who was arrested and convicted of impersonating a doctor when he was a teen has received another term in prison for defrauding his employer.
Wait. Okay. So a teen doctor.
So I think I've heard about this guy. So the last time he was arrested as a teenager for impersonating a doctor. He was actually helping people last I checked.
So, like, do you know how old he was? Was he, like, a teenager or, like...
He was a teenager. I think he was under 18 at the time.
And so he was helping out people.
He was, he was just doing doctor stuff is what I remember. But,
so would you know if you went to a doctor and this boy looks like a boy, like, do you question it?
I would, but I mean, or maybe not, because maybe it would be rude. Maybe you don't want to be rude.
Wait, but then again, if you actually went to an actual practicing clinic, they would do background checks and all that, right? Like this, you're being employed.
Yeah.
So these homies had to go to him like as a backyard doctor.
Let's see. Here he goes. The 25-year-old gained national notoriety in 2016 when he was arrested after opening the New Birth, New Life Medical Center, where he posed as a doctor and stole $30,000 from a patient in her 80s.
Ooh.
Love Robinson, that's his name, who identified himself as Dr. Love, also stole an additional $20,000 from a doctor.
Bro, that's McLovin.
Yeah. I mean, is he a criminal? Is he a hero? I don't know.
Well, he stole, so...
Oh, he's a criminal. He's a criminal. That's
yeah.
right. Robin Hood stole. He was arrested in Virginia that year after prescribing treatment to an undercover police officer impersonating a patient. Well, that's also impersonating a patient, yeah. So while out on bail in 2016...
You know, it's always a crime when you impersonate somebody, but when cops do it, it's okay.
Nope, they can get away with anything.
How is that allowed in our society?
You know what? It's not. You know what? I found out was legal.
What?
If an undercover police officer has sex with a prostitute as part of an operation, totally cool. It's okay. Not illegal.
Honey, you don't understand. I had to have sex with the hooker. It was for my job.
I don't know if you saw this. It reminds me of a South Park episode where there was a police officer who was doing a sting operation. And he would dress in women's clothes and, put on a wig and everything. And, there he is sitting in the car saying, with the mic and everything, saying, the guy's like, oh, well, will you do some stuff? He goes, what kind of stuff? Well, will you do this? He goes, okay. So you're saying you want me to, give you this kind of sexual pleasure in exchange for money? And the guy says, yes. And right when you think he's about to pull out like a gun and badge to arrest this guy, he goes, okay, well, that's going to be, $25 or whatever. And he goes down on the dude, collects the evidence, spits it in the bag, and says, you're under arrest. They catch him. Totally legal. Totally fine.
The fact that he did the deed to get the evidence.
Without the evidence, there's no case. You could say he was doing the hard work.
Well, I mean, more power to you. You're going the extra mile. Now I gotta let my wife know that I had to unclog this person's pipes, in order for me to keep my job.
You did not have to use your penis.
It's the best tool to use. It's short enough to get to where it needs to go,
but thick enough to create that little suction.
Right, exactly. See, people don't understand. I'm glad you get me.
It's people without chodes. They're ignorant.
Right, exactly.
To our plight.
And just like that, we lost basically those 2 subscribers. We lost them.
Oh, great! You just had to talk about your chode.
I had to. Well, yeah. Back to this teen doctor.
Love Robinson was arrested in 2021 on a felony charge of theft of more than $10,000 from a Delray beach-based shipping company, United States of Freight. Malachi was working for the shipping broker just 15 months after being released from prison. According to court documents, Love Robinson is accused of having clients send money to his personal account instead of the company. Ooh, it's rough. That's got to suck. But I mean, it's almost too easy.
I just like how like the people that went to this Dr. Love like didn't question that a boy.
If you see a picture of him, he looks like a child. See, look at, not now, he's 25, but right there.
You still look young.
That's a boy.
You're looking at a boy. I'm looking at a monkey.
Videos of Neurolink. Oh yeah.
It's like how like I'm sorry, like if it offends you that I go see my doctor and my doctor looks 14, you know, I'm gonna ask questions.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, it's just like how do you not put two and two together?
Well, maybe I think they said he stole from an 80-year-old, right?
Right.
They don't have the best vision. They're already playing from behind. That's my guess. That's what happened. He's not dealing with the younger folks who don't need glasses. But at the same time,
homeboy needed to get licensing. He needed to open up he needed to get a license to open up his practice.
A ton of people. He had to fool a ton of people with this.
Right. It's basically like that. You've seen. I don't know if you saw that documentary about that girl, that the one that is Russian and she comes to America and damn, I'm forgetting it. Hold on. Let me see. It's
Well, why you
it's
think
and
about
something.
That?
Yeah, go for it.
Why you think about that? Just for reference, all right. 12-year-olds can also look like grown-ass people. Here's an example. 12-year-old football player with tattoo facial hair sends social media into spin. I don't know if you've heard about this. His name is Jeremiah Johnson, a 12-year-old running back from Fort Worth, Texas. He has, you got to see a picture.
There you go. It's this one right here. It's
this guy.
Okay.
This kid, this child. He's 12 years old. Yeah.
He's 12 years old.
He's 12 years old. He's 12 and under division. He's holding a 12 and under Division 1 trophy.
That is crazy. It's this one right here. So this is it's called Inventing Anna. I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix.
I have not yet. No.
No. Okay. So it's basically about this this influencer that fools a lot of people in thinking that she's comes of money. You know, that she has money, that she just needs, you know, loans to get like basically she almost got away with it. That she basically needed she almost got the money from the bank to open up her, I guess it was a studio or whatever, where like she's gonna hold parties or influencers and all this and all that. But she basically fooled everybody around her thinking she was rich, because she would go and be like, oh, like your money is coming in through the mail, or it's being like it's being wired and stuff like that, you know. So but they never got the money. They never received the money. You know, and then when they would try to call her accountant, it was basically her using a voice changer.
Ugh.
It's actually pretty good. I recommend watching it. Have you seen Ozark, right?
I have not seen Ozark. No,
you haven't.
I've heard nothing but great things about it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
You need to watch it, all right?
Because it's too serious for me.
Dude, you have to watch it.
Not that I don't like serious movies,
right? But it's just because it's so. Is it because it's what's his name?
Jason Bateman.
Yeah, so because Jason Bateman, huh? Like, you don't take him as a serious actor,
I can't take him serious. No,
right?
He's always Michael Bluth.
That's the main. That's the main reason why when I first started watching it, I'm like, I can't take him serious, dude. That show gets you so sucked in, like it's so addicting. Season 3, I think it was season 3, got so dark.
Well, I just started watching Yellowstone.
I haven't. I think I seen maybe like 2 episodes. That's with Lou Diamond Phillips is in it, right?
No.
Or is that some other one?
This one is with Kevin Costner as the patriarch.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a ranch owner, and then it's really it's interesting, but it kind of goes the way of a soap opera, with some outlandish, crazy things that happen throughout the series. And at first, I was like, "Oh, this is kind of dumb," you know. But it just sucked me in.
Yeah,
I'm invested. We just caught up. It only took about 3 weeks, but we are all the way caught up to season 5.
All right, dang. Yeah,
and these aren't short. These are like 45-minute episodes.
You have to take my word for it. You have to watch. You have to watch Ozark.
Yeah.
But before you do that, watch the Inventing Anna first. Because her accent, like her Russian accent, it's when you hear it, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But then like it's so weird because then you hear her in Ozark and like she's like this hillbilly white trash style of talking, you know, and then you listen to her in Inventing Anna. It's just like it's so different. But like
Really?
after the first episode of Inventing Anna, like that's finally when I got used to her voice, you know. But like it's just you'll know what I'm talking about. But,
Inventing Anna.
Yeah, watch it.
Only on
Just Netflix.
Netflix. Okay, only on Netflix. No, I haven't
Right.
seen
But
that.
it's your story.
Man. Well, here we go. This kid, right? Jeremiah Johnson.
So back on topic, right?
Back on topic. Jeremiah Johnson. He is 5'11", 198 pounds, and only 12 years old. I swear this guy looks older than me. This kid, this child, he has a mustache. Not peach fuzz,
Right.
an actual mustache.
I saw the picture. Damn. Like
It's a scary, like
yeah, he's old.
scary dude, man. Like if good for him though. He's probably gonna go to the NFL one day, just being that big alone.
I know, right? Like it's a one way ticket. You're like, if you're a big person, you get a ticket to the NFL and or basketball.
Yeah.
You're automatically gifted like that.
Automatically, hey, can you play basketball? You're
As long as you can do
6'9".
this and hold the ball over people's heads, then you know you're good.
Yeah, there was a kid in my middle school who was in middle school. He was already like 6'6", 6'7". He suffered from some kind of thyroid disease or something, right? Nicest guy in the world.
Did he have two vaginas?
Always shared his fries. No, he was one vagina. No,
One vagina. Okay.
no vaginas. He but yeah, he was on the basketball team, but he couldn't run. You know, he just walked. Couldn't run. Still made the team. Just stood under the basket. That's it.
You just need those intimidating players. That's what I take away from this. Like if you have an intimidating player on your team, then you're good.
Yeah, he did the work, but I knew him for about 4 years throughout school. Never once seen him even like gallop. No jogging,
Yeah.
no quick walking, just regular walking everywhere he went, and he still got places faster than I did. My short little legs running behind
That's what I
him.
was gonna say. Like his every one step is 5 of your steps.
Yeah, there I go crawling around like speeding around him, like going in circles. You know, just imagine the cartoon where it's like is away somewhere and the little tiny thing going around him. That was me. I was a little tiny thing going in circles.
Damn, I'm sorry. You're a big time podcaster.
Yeah, we are.
We have at
largely in
least
charge.
1 million right now on Rumble and or YouTube.
Get used to it.
Exactly,
Get
guys.
used to it.
All right, so this last topic that we're going to talk about and then we're going to close off is, what do you think about Neurolink?
I think it's the future. I think it's necessary. And I think it spells the end for mankind.
That's exactly where my head goes. You know, because like the way how Elon says is basically like it gives people that are disabled that can't move their body, basically it gives them back their body.
Right.
You know, which
is great stuff.
Exactly. It's amazing. You know, like the fact that like if you become paralyzed, or as I like to call you guys, parallelograms. All right. The politically correct, you know,
that's
saying.
true. That's how they say in the dictionary for political correctness.
It's parallelogram. I don't make the rules, guys. I'm sorry. Term. All right. Like I'm part of it, you know, so I don't make the rules. You can't get mad at me. You can't cancel me. You can cancel me, but you can't cancel me, you know? So anyways, like it gives them back their legs. It gives them like, I think it gives them back their feeling, right? Like, are they able to,
I'm not sure about feeling yet.
But it gives them back the function.
The ability to communicate with their extremities.
Right, exactly. Because if you think about it, the way how you get disabled is that your nervous system, like it gets interrupted at that point, you know. So like if you break your back, if you break your spine, whatever, right? Yeah. The point where it cuts off your nerve system right there, that's where you can't no longer use, right? That's why people can't use their legs, you know. Like you break your neck and you basically can't use the rest of your body anymore, you know. So it basically connects that broken part of your nervous system back online, and now you can walk again, you know, which is amazing, you know. Like to think that people no longer need to use wheelchairs, you know, that they're able to walk around freely now, you know, right. and do basic human functions that they couldn't do for like the longest time.
Well, that's next level stuff, you know.
Exactly, you know. I think that is amazing technology. All right. Elon says that once it gets fully operational and it works, that he he's gonna be basically like one of the first ones to, you know, get it done on himself.
Yeah.
You know, if that's not standing by your product, you know, I don't know what is. You know, it's basically like that homeboy that like tested out his
parallelogramming himself.
Exactly. You know,
that's the next step,
right? It's like that homeboy that tested out his bulletproof windshield by getting behind. I don't know if you've seen that video.
Yeah.
Where he got inside of a car and like there's a dude that shot him up with an AK-47, like walked out like nothing.
I'd buy it.
Right,
I'm
exactly, and same thing because I seen a body
This is why
armor
people
test,
won't
right?
buy the Cybertruck. He said that those windows wouldn't break. First ball, broken.
So what I saw something about that where it basically said that it hit the guy threw the ball just at the right spot where it was like the weak point of the glass,
But
and it
but see, that's dumb. It's like, why is there a weak spot? That doesn't even make sense.
I know.
Like, I'm not gonna
it.
say this. It's like the Death Star.
Apparently,
it's indestructible. You cannot be beat. Except for this tiny little spot that you're gonna aim for every fucking time that you try to kill it.
You're gonna take off your goggles, you know, and use the force to shoot the little pew.
You use the force to move that baseball right at that sweet spot to destroy that window.
Right, exactly. And then you would think they'd cover it up, but nope. Same thing as technically episode 2, but it's episode 4, right?
I know. I do not know Star Wars that well.
You don't know Star Wars?
Dude, I've seen them all maybe one time.
That's enough to know.
This is why I know what a Death Star is. This is why I know how it was destroyed. But more importantly, it's because of pop culture. That's why I know about it more than anything.
There you go. You know about it because everybody knows about it.
Because everybody knows about it. It's common knowledge.
Right, exactly. But yeah, so now my point being is that if you got Neurolink, right? So if you were disabled, right?
Right.
Like you'd get Neurolink, right?
Would I get it?
Yeah.
Why not? If it's proven, tested.
Right. And I'm talking about like this, it's already functioning and like, everything's been worked out already. You know it's going to work. You know you're going to get your maybe feeling back. You know you're going to be able to get your legs back, your arms, whatever. You know it's going to get you back to functioning like a normal human being, right?
Right.
Here's my point. Or here's where I'm going with this. Like, what if like to do this you had to have a subscription service?
Oh, that's 100% what it's going to be.
Exactly, where you had to pay, right? But now there's a service out there, a server that is like sending messages to you. So basically if they wanted to, they can like iRobot your ass and like you start taking over like
I wouldn't even mind that. I would not even mind the iRobot thing. The thing that's going to annoy me about Neuralink is when they start sending me ads directly to my brain.
Right.
Like I can't escape these ads. There's no little X. You're going to have to sit there for the 15 seconds and listen to this somebody, try to sell you kombucha tea or something.
Right,
That's what's
exactly.
going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to go there. I saw this great intro to a, I forgot their YouTube channel, but they basically review cars. I think it's like Full Throttle or something like that. And it's dumb because like they're basically reviewing an electric vehicle, and he gets inside to the driver's already in it, and then the passenger gets inside. He's like, okay, let's go. He's like, oh, hold on, I gotta watch this ad real quick,
Yeah.
And he's like, what? Why? He's like, oh well, I forgot to pay the subscription, so now I gotta watch 2 ads.
He's doing the free version.
in order for your car to turn on. It's crazy.
Well, no, and that's true because BMW already has a subscription service for their heated seats.
I think Tesla has it for the self-driving mode, right?
I had no idea.
I think so. Like, I know there's a subscription that you had to, because like there's this other person.
But here's the thing. That's just what it's going to be now, because it's cheaper for BMW to make only heated seats, and that's it.
Right.
And now they're going to say, well, because instead of having a non-heated seat with mechanical function or manual function, is this a heated seat with with manual function, but it has the back massager. No, they're all going to be heated electric seats with the back massager. It's going to be $15 a month if you want the heated seats. It's going to be $5 a month if you want the back massager. If you want to use the motor functions of the electric, electrically move up your seat back and forth, that's another $5. That's what's happening. Mercedes is doing the same thing with their engines. They're going to make one engine.
Reals?
Yeah, they're going to make one engine. Depending on how much you paid for your Mercedes or your monthly subscription to Mercedes, it's going to unlock the horsepower.
Damn.
Yeah, so you're either going to get it with 250, 290 or 310 or something like that. And it really just depends on how much you spent. But they're going to make one engine.
That's it kind of makes sense,
Oh, it makes sense from a financial standpoint.
Right, exactly. Like, just instead of producing 3 different engines, you just have one engine.
I used to sell car parts. I mean, it's insane how many different engines there are for the same vehicle.
Right, exactly. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know. Like, I want to be old school where you just have the V12 Cummins that you need one wire to basically turn it on.
Yeah.
You know, and if that one wire breaks, you know what happened, and you just replace that wire and
fix that wire.
Exactly. You know, but my whole thing is though, like, at what point because the Neurolink is only like the beginning, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have like. Well, you already have, arms, like prosthetic arms. There's companies out there that are making robotic arms. Like, at what point are we gonna go to where basically, once you become of age, whatever the age that might be, you're able to basically like replace almost every body part of you, just become machine?
I wouldn't. I mean, that's probably where people want to go. You want to be able to live forever. Yeah, not me.
Yeah, same here. Not me. Like, I want to live long enough to where we discover a new planet with actual life, not like bacteria. Right?
That's life.
It's life, but like no, like full, like almost like
life.
almost Avatar like life.
Oh,
but not as bad as Avatar, where you just basically ripped off Pocahontas.
Oh, I see.
So I just
we are going to run out of resources. We're going to have to do it.
Right, exactly. We're basically going to rip off Pocahontas on another planet.
How do you think we do it? Do we come up with like these super fast, supersonic, hyper faster than the speed of light engines, or are we?
I guarantee you, the government already has some of those right now.
What makes you say that?
Because the government's technology is, I think, a few decades ahead of technology that's out right now. In the 60s. All right.
You know what happened?
In the 60s.
Yeah.
We had the stealth bombers.
Right.
They were a secret, though.
Yep.
Nobody knew about them.
Yep.
Right.
That's because Optimus Prime landed
80s,
in
right,
Nevada.
Exactly. Until like the 80s and 90s, right? The most like the it's like, the fact that we had this technology being hidden from us, right? That's old technology. Imagine now. Imagine what they have now.
Oh, yeah. I bet we can go invisible. I bet they figured it out already.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've seen future weapons. I think there is invisibility cloaks out there and stuff like that.
I mean, there's already lasers that can shoot down rockets. That's I think it's called, I forgot what it's called, but it's some kind of defense system that they can put on ships, on naval ships, where they just basically use a laser to heat up any kind of missile or any kind of warhead and blow it up midair.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's crazy. Like, to me, the way how I see it is that, like, mankind is basically going to be, artificial.
Yeah.
It's basically going to be like AI / man.
Let's say what percentage of your body would you want to be robotic? Actively want it to be robotic. Are we
talking about the penis or not?
I'm saying what part of your body do you wish was robotic?
Right now, I would. Okay, if I had to choose right now, I guess my legs.
Really?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be sore anymore.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Just like you can just walk. I don't know. Like, it's just like be able to like.
I would want robot legs.
Only because, like, if you think about it, like you use your hands. You have feelings in your hands. Like touch is one of your senses.
That's true. That's true.
So
would you lose touch? Would you lose the sense of touch if you got robotic arms?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Unless you make
Makes
the artificial touch, where like basically like Ready Player One, how they have that scene where like you can feel it
for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Unless that becomes a thing,
right?
But then again, like how realistic would it be though?
Okay, here's what I'm looking at. I'm gonna have robotic legs, but it's gonna be the kind of legs that they use in the Olympics. With like those springs.
Oh, like
whatever, so I can go really fast.
Right.
Save some gas money. And then up on the thigh, I want to have the kind of thighs that they had in RoboCop. You remember when he pulls the gun out from the side of his thigh?
That automatic Desert Eagle?
Yeah, and he comes. Yeah, that would be great. Except I have like snacks, not a gun, but bro.
I can just damn. Why did I just go like
pretzels on my other side?
But why did I just go like hardcore like
chips and dip between my thighs? I'm sitting here right now. Okay, look at me. I'm sitting right here. I pull chips. Right,
and they're refrigerated thighs.
It's refrigerated thighs, yeah. Because what if I want a cold snack? What if it's hot and I want a cold drink? I could just Corona.
I mean, why not?
Utility legs. I wouldn't want regular legs. I want utility.
So it's
legs.
like you have the cargo pants of legs.
The cargo pants, and I wouldn't even wear pants ever. I paid way too much for these things to hide them.
I know,
want
right?
Everybody, I want them to show off. Guys, look at it. These are blades.
Would you get them chromed or blacked out, or the same
Matte black.
Matte black.
Matte black.
Matte black legs.
Yep.
So your upper body would be regular.
No, I get my torso also robotic. Robot torso.
Is it just like for like more snacks and more storage?
More snacks, and I can't get fat. Think about that. I'd have fat arms because my arms are still.
But okay, so you would still keep your internal organs, right?
I get new organs because my old ones are gonna be fucked, dude. Like they're gonna have diabetes. I have no insulin.
Because like,
It wouldn't be able to-
you're gonna
my pancreas would
need a
suck,
stomach
dude.
for all those snacks, you know. So like, what's the point of like having snacks if you're not gonna have a stomach?
Digital stomach. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they're figuring it out.
So would you
It's a hefty bag.
digital
It's
stomach?
just a hefty bag that I just throw away. I wouldn't even poop. I would just
That's how I was
throw
gonna go.
away the
So-
hefty bag. You know, it doesn't matter if once it goes past my mouth. I don't care what happens to it. Does it matter? I don't.
It kind of does because like the rest of your body needs the nutrients.
Damn, that's true. Okay, I'll keep my organs, only because I don't want to live forever. All right, but I will need a new.
You're gonna
pancreas
keep your
just to keep my-
alcohol infested liver.
Why would you assume it's alcohol infested?
I have
It's a
it
horrible
under
thing to
good.
say.
I have it under good authority.
Who's authority? They're insane.
Who's authority?
I would keep it.
It's your breadwinner of your house. That's the
She
authority.
she told you.
Yeah,
Fucking knew it.
exactly. Remember, I'm her favorite podcaster. So
That's true. Sorry, Z.
don't be sorry. He don't care. All right, guys. Just like that. This concludes the first episode of the Slightly Off Topic podcast. If you guys enjoyed, please subscribe, like, comment. We really want to hear from you guys. What you guys think? You know, if you guys want different segments.
Yeah.
You know, like if you guys want, I don't know, Texas guy.
Yeah,
Can that be a thing?
Texas man.
Texas man.
Texas
Alabama man.
Oof,
That's
rough.
That's rough. Okay.
Nothing good happens in Alabama, except they winning football games.
Right.
That's about
Exactly. And Sweet Home Alabama.
it. Sweet Home Alabama is a great song.
Yeah, guys. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please, guys, share us. You know, show us off to your friends, family. If you don't want to do that, it's completely understandable because you know
We're totally open to constructive criticism as well.
exactly.
Let
That's
us
it
know.
right there. And
Or negative criticism, even.
if you have negative criticism, just tag Mario in it.
Please.
You know, he likes
I'll
enjoy
enjoy
into exactly.
Yeah.
He's for whatever reason he gets off with that right there.
Yeah.
And
Makes
guys,
me
thank you for
happy.
listening to this episode right here. We'll catch you guys on the next one. This is going to be a weekly podcast. Going to be on Spotify, going to be on Apple, and it's also going to be uploaded to the video version. Is going to be uploaded to YouTube and Rumble, guys. We appreciate you guys, and it is I, Demonic, signing off. Mario,
Thank you all for joining us.
and we'll see you guys
Good
on the next
night.
one. Peace. And for the YouTube one and or Rumble, there's going to be a cool little transaction right here, little edit, fade away,
Stars.
fade to black.